What I've heard from the internet, Nuzlocks are a way to increase the challenge of a Pokemon game. If a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead and is unusable. The first Pokemon on every route has to be caught, or no Pokemon may be caught there. Battle style must be unset, no healing items, and no overleveling is allowed. This is honestly a great challenge, but there is one problem with it. It's easy. To demonstrate this, I will be performing a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon Platinum in one attempt. Platinum is ranked as one of the hardest Pokemon games to Nuzlocke of all time, ranked as 3rd on the general difficulty rankings. Cynthia is one of the hardest fights ever, and the Elite Four and Cyrus fights are tough as well. I'm prepared to definitely breeze through the game without any struggles. Before we dive into our journey, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of every video. We're almost at 100 subscribers, which means we get a personalized link for the channel. Also like, comment, share, whatever. Enough begging. Let's jump into the challenge. We start off by naming myself Wes, and my rival was Raymond. And after listening to Raymond around for a bit, we're ready to pick our starter, which is Chimchar, as it has great coverage for most of the game, and offensive teams tend to do very well against Pokemon Nuzlocks. We screw around for a bit, and then are ready to catch some Pokemon. The first 3 routes before Jubilife are guaranteed Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. I caught a Bidoof outside Jubilife and then pounded Raymond's face in. I used rare candies to level up my Pokemon to the level cap, but the combination of Monferno and Bidoof took Rourke down with ease. A couple nerds in blue hair wanted to beat me up, but a horse and a turtle took them down. I then went to one of their nerd shacks to beat them up over wind power. Great job, guys, keeping your conquest of the universe green. Anyway, this Perugly is usually a pain for Nuzlockers, but both our Luxio and Staravia have Intimidate, so I can switch between them to neuter the cat's attack stat. Next is Gardenia, but Ponyta is surprisingly overpowered for this stage in the game, and took no damage while flame-wheeling the grass types down. We're back to another nerd shack, and today a skunk is taken down with ease. I don't know why everyone struggled with these. This lady, who definitely isn't anyone important, gave us an egg, which we definitely hatch and use on our team. Up next is Fantina. Yes, already. Duskull is usually pretty threatening, with its potential to burn your physical attackers, but Ponyta's immunity to burn makes it trivial to take down. Ponyta's on a roll and takes down the Haunter as well. Gyarados and Miss Magius go back and forth, trading Shadow Balls and Dragon Rages, and Gyara has to dodge a crit, but eventually comes out on top, winning us our 3rd gym badge. Raymond shows up and tries to harass us out of nowhere, but nah. Next up is Maylene's fighting gym. Our strategy here is to use Haunter to switch into the plenty of fighting attacks being thrown around. Staravia's quick attack outspeeds Meditite's fake out, then finishes it off with an aerial ace. Inferno comes in on a rock tomb, then uses Fire Blast to take out Machoke, surviving Karate Chop on 2 health. It's fine. Lucario comes out and we put our strategy into play. Haunter doesn't need to attack, but comes in on a Drain Punch, taking no damage, and baiting a Metal Claw, which Luxray can resist, and use its Intimidate ability to lower its attack. Eventually, I leave Luxray in to take it down. Luxray does end up taking a critical hit Drain Punch and f***ing dying, but oh no, now I can't use a B-tier physical electric type attacker anymore. Drat. Anyways, Lucario can't touch Gyara, so we get our 4th badge easily. I lost the footage, but at some point we caught a Scyther, which ends up probably being the biggest player on our team. When it evolves, Technician boosted Bullet Punch deals tons of damage coming off of Scissor's massive attack stat. Not for a little while though. Next up is Wake. We lead with the Gyarados Ditto, and my onslaught of Dragon Rages take it down. Quagsire immediately drops to a Grass Knot. Floatzel threatens a Crunch, but we take those, chunking Floatzel so it uses its Citrus Berry. Staraptor comes in and finishes it off with Quick Attack and Fly. We made our way over to Canalave, and Raymond decided to show up again. Nothing super interesting, but I just want to say that Raymond used Double Team, and Golem missed 10 out of 10 Rock Blasts. I hate evasion. We ended up losing our Gengar and Golem to this battle. Whatever. Next is Byron. Ignore Quagsire, he's fine. Gastrodon knocks out all 3 Pokemon. Now, we just lost a few Pokemon, and a lesser content creator, Maya, said that the game reset before the rival fight because of a save error, but I am too good for that excuse. The power went out and we reset to having 3 badges. But hey, Quagsire's back. Nerds are everywhere now, so we take 2 of their admins down. Also, you may notice that all of my Pokemon are holding lefties. This is because we can technically farm infinite leftovers by using Thief on Wild Munchlax. But Munchlax appears never, so we're just hacking them in. 7th is Candace. Girafarig baton passes in agility to Infernape, and then we win. It's finally time for the nerds to attack and put their final plan into order. I make my way over to the Ultimate Nerd Shack and take on the Nerd Boss for the final time. Definitely. Sneasel dropped to a Mach Punch, and then really nothing can do anything against Scizor. I do make a pretty stupid play and risk a crit, but everything works out in the end. After spending ages on making my way through a cave, I discovered that the nerds are at the top of a cliff, ready to destroy the universe or something. Another few fights that give people grief are here, starting with the double admin fight. My team, however, is really strong at this point, and some strategic switching takes down the team of 6. Mega Nerd summons the Pokemon of time and space to make a universe where no one can critique his hair or make fun of the fact that he's 46 at 27, but gets eaten by an evil space monster off camera because that's at the bottom of the DS. Miss Lady, who gave us the egg that definitely isn't in the cheese omelet I just offered her a piece of, takes us into an alternate universe that is a giant f***ing maze that takes me about half an hour while wondering how children without access to the internet and still enjoy platinum into adulthood.
Damn, Giratina, you live like this?
And meet Mega Nerd again. He's looking for a battle and somehow got more Pokemon in the 20 minutes since we last fought. Houndoom drops to a close combat. Gyarados accidentally nearly completely annihilates Lucario, but gives a free switch into Staraptor, which wins in 3 aerial aces. Infernape leaves Weavile on 1 HP, then gets critical hit frozen by an Ice Punch, then immediately thaws out and ends the Weavile. Scizor 2-shots Crobat with Bullet Punch, then finishes off Honchkrow after some help from Quagsire. We throw a purple baseball at the evil space monster, and now we own it. Next is Volkner. This is the last gym badge we need to move on to the Elite Four. The first 2 Pokemon were easy to take down, but here we're using a fun little strategy that I recommend many Nuzlockers to use. Electivire will only use weak moves on a ground type, so I can switch to Gyara and lower its attack, which baits an electric type move because it has a 4 times weakness, but then I can switch Quagsire back in, which is immune to the electric type moves. After a while, I switch in Rhyperior, who takes a whopping 6 damage for annihilating Electivire, and then Luxray freezes 2 of my Pokemon before dying. Victory Road is easy, so it's time for the Elite Four. The team we're going in with is Raymond's here looking for a fight! Staraptor's close combat does a massive 40 damage to Scizor, which allows me to set up +6 attack, deleting its entire team. Even the bulky Empoleon drops to a single resisted X-Scissor. Finally, it's time for the Elite Four. Our team is our starter Infernape, our incredible team player Scizor, Quagsire, Rhyperior, Mamoswine, and Snuffles itself. First is Aaron. Yanmega almost starts some double team shenanigans, but gets one-shot by Stone Edge. The inferior Scizor gets deleted by a single Flare Blitz. Drapion has only 1 weakness, but we have that as an attacking type, so it goes down. Heracross is strong, but Snuffles is a god, therefore cooler. Finally, Vespiquen gets eaten by a pile of rocks. Next is Bertha. Whiscash gets dropped to a couple of grass knots. After a while, Snuffles manages to break through Gliscor. Powdon is a terrible Pokemon and just spams Yawn the entire time. So much so that against the Golem... No! I need that for Flint. We resort back to Snuffles to slowly wall break. Rhyperior has 4 levels on Bertha's Rhyperior, so I should obviously outspeed and...
Okay.
At this point, my entire team is either asleep, low, or Infernape, which I guess is my best move. Turns out, Rhyperior is so heavy that Grass Knot is a one-shot. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Excellent! Third is Flint. Both of my counters to his team are dead. Mimicking the past, Houndoom goes down to close combat. Anyways, I feel bad about it, but we have to rely on Snuffles to take down the rest of his Pokemon. No worries, because no more. It's Scissor's turn. There will be no more fighting and no more death. It's over. Will drops His entire team just can't handle X Scissors. Turns out Omelet Child Lady is the champion of the region and is mad that we ate her Omelet Child. Her only problem is that Spiritomb can't do anything against Scizor. 3 Swords Dances, and it's over. Priority plus 6 bullet punches took down 5 of her 6 team members. Milotic is bulky, however. We need Tank a Surf to hit an X Scissor. Thank you so much for watching this demonstration of the ease of Nuzlocking. Maybe I'll do another one in Pokemon Black 2, which is considered a harder game to Nuzlocke. Again, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of everything I do. Check out some of the other videos I've made, and I'll see you later.